then inshallah we will read the next. Okay, so who is starting? Farah?
Sure.
Start
from Allahul Ladhi.
Yeah.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الله الذي خلق 7 سماوات ومن الأرض مثلهن يتنزل الأمر بينهن لتعلموا أن الله على كل شيء قدير وأن الله قد أحاط بكل شيء علما.
شيء علم حمزة عين عين. Okay, clear difference.
Sorry. Okay. شيء علما.
Okay, so next Kamil.
Yeah.
Surat.
Surat
Ta is joining with this line.
Yeah.
Suratut.
Surat what did I say?
Tahrimi.
Tahrini Makkiyah. Madaniya.
This is
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
this is ha, this is wa, ta, ra, ya, and mim. Okay? Tahrimi. Wa is joining with this ya and then mim. Tahrimi.
Tahrimi.
Yeah.
Madaniya. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ya ayyuhan nabiyyu lima tuharrimu ma ahallallahu laka tabtaghi mardata azwajik wallahu ghafurur rahim.
Next.
قد فرضت الله لكم تحلة أيمانكم والله مولاكم وهو العليم الحكيم.
Wallahu ghafurur. Mavin, read this part again.
Wallahu ghafurur rahim.
Okay, alhamdulillah. Next.
Okay. Ya ayyuhan nabiyyu lima tuharrimu ma ahallallahu laka tabtaghi mardata azwajika wallahu ghafurur rahim.
Okay. Next. Who is next?
Shamil, you're up.
Okay, Shamil.
Oh, I'm next. Well,
Shamil, read loud.
where are we?
Okay, read from here.
Okay. قد فرض الله لكم تحلة أيمانكم والله مولاكم وهو العليم الحكيم.
Okay, next. Zurais.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. وإذ أسر النبي إلى بعض أزواجه حديثا فلما
lam is running with this name.
فلما نبأت به وأظهره الله عليه عرف
بعضه
بعضه وأعرضوا
وأعرض
وأعرض عن بعض
بعض. When we stop بعض.
بعض فلما
نبأها
نبأها به قالت أو did you أو
من
من بلغها
بأك
هذا
هذا
قال بل نبأني العليم الخبير.
Okay. So, Zuresh, practice this page and I will listen in the end, okay? Okay, Rania?
إن تتوبا إلى الله فقد
صاغت
صاغت قلوبكما وإن تظاهرا عليه فإن الله هو مولاه وجبريل وصالح المؤمنين والملائكة بعد ذلك ظهير.
Okay, next. Farah.
Okay. عسى ربه إن طلقكن أن يبدله أزواجا خيرا منكن مؤمنات قانتات تائبات عابدات سائحات إيحات ثيبات وأبكارا.
Okay. Rahim.
Where is it?
The second last line.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا قوا أنفسكم وأهليكم نارا وقودها الناس والحجارة عليها
Read with focus.
والحجارة عليها ملائكة غلاظ شداد لا يعصون الله ما أمرهم ويفعلون ما يؤمرون.
Okay. Zuresh, practice this page and I will listen in the end, okay? First read the new lesson and then practice and then I will listen, okay? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين كفروا
يا أيها الذين كفروا
لا تعتذروا اليوم
لا تعتذروا اليوم
إنما تجزون
إنما تجزون
ما كنتم تعملون
ما كنتم تعملون
يا أيها الذين آمنوا
يا
يا أيها الذين آمنوا
توبوا إلى الله
توبوا إلى الله
توبة نصوحا
توبة نصوحا
عسى ربكم
عسى ربكم
أن يكفر
يكفر
عنكم
عنكم
سيئاتكم
سيئاتكم
ويدخلكم
ويدخلكم
جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار
جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار
لو يوم لا يخزي الله النبي
يوم لا يخزي الله النبي
والذين آمنوا معه
والذين آمنوا معه.
Mawin, why are you not reading?
She's in the bathroom. Marvin's in the bathroom.
Okay. نورهم يسعى
نورهم يسعى
بين أيديهم
بين أيديهم
وبأيمانهم
وبأيمانهم
يقولون ربنا أتمم لنا نورنا
أتم لنا نورنا
واغفر لنا إنك على كل شيء قدير
إنك على كل شيء قدير.
يا أيها النبي جاهد الكفار والمنافقين واغلظ عليهم ومأواهم جهنم وبئس المصير ضرب الله مثلا للذين كفروا امرأة نوح وامرأة لوط Okay, so two personalities, the two names are here. Okay, this is a format of Quran, like the, in Islam we all know like the woman is the concept of woman is covered, right? Covered in abaya, covered in hijab. Sometimes some people think like, okay, it's not necessary, but when you will die, if men's have three layers in which they wrap, okay, the white fabric, the kafan, which is called kafan, okay, in which when we give shower and we wrap. So if man is wearing three, women or girls wear four, because the one is hijab. So when they give bath, the the three layers, when they wrap, the fourth one is hijab. Anyways, if you deny wearing hijab, or if someone deny wearing hijab, that no, this is not a part of Islam, and okay, I want to lead my life whatever way I want, then anyways in the end when you are going in qabr, the hukum, the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is in wrapping, the girl or the woman will wear the hijab. So they tie the hijab, the white scarf on the head to cover all the hair. So anyways, you have to surrender. You have to, this shows that you have to surrender in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's up to you. You surrender when you are alive, or you surrender at the time of death. Because as soon we die, as I said, the new life will start, okay? Someone else will tie the hijab on your head, okay? So why we give chance that someone else tie hijab on our head? Why we should not think when we are alive and surrender ourselves in our in our with our full conscious, and with our we submit ourselves to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, okay, when we are alive, rather than someone else tie hijab on us, someone else wrapping our hair, that okay, not we are not, you are not showing to Allah. Anyways, the commands start at that time, okay? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talking about two kufr. Kufr means the one who deny, right? Daraballahu mathalan. Mathalan means example. Okay, example of the people. Kafaru, the one who deny. Who were those? So what I was telling, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala could use the name of the wife of Nuh alayhi salam, but this is the the ijaz of Quran. This is our Islam, that they do not even highlight the name of a woman, the name of the lady, okay? So rather than taking a name of a lady or to highlight, they referred with the wamra'atu Lut, wife of Lut, okay? Wamra'atu Lut, wife of Lut, okay? Amrat means woman, and Lut means the wife of woman, okay? And Noah means the wife of Noah alayhi salam. So they both were not good, okay? They didn't, the husband were prophet, they were serving entire whole mankind, but how astray they were, the how stubborn they were, that they were not ready to surrender in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and help their husbands to get the Jannah, because shaitan just distract them completely. And even though the husbands were the prophets, so there is one more lesson in this, that if your your grandparents, or if your parents are very very pious and they are religious, it doesn't mean that you will go in Jannah. If Nuh alayhi salam was the prophet, it doesn't mean the son will go in Jannah. It doesn't mean the wife will go in Jannah. If Lut alayhi salam was a prophet, it doesn't mean the wife will go in Jannah and the kids will go in Jannah, unless you surrender yourself to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Udkhulu fi silmi kafa in Surah Baqarah. If you want to surrender yourself, you have to surrender completely. It's not your choice that I will follow this part of Quran and I will just ignore this part, or I just don't want to follow this part of Quran. You have to surrender yourself completely. If you will present any other religion or half religion in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at the day of Qiyamah, that I follow this part, but it was hard, I didn't follow that. Hard is something else. You can always make dua, oh Allah, this is hard for me, please make it easy, right? And Allah will, inshallah, day by day make your iman more stronger, and Allah will make it easy to you. But if you just ignore and you feel like, okay, I don't want to submit, I don't want to surrender myself to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, no submission, and I will follow my own path, which I feel comfortable, and which make me comfortable in front of other people, in which with whom I am living. So it doesn't mean that your parents are pious or religious, and or your family, or everyone is, this ayat shows us everyone is responsible for their own deeds. If they are doing good, they will get the reward. If they are not doing good, they will get the reward. It's just don't depend on other. In Surah Qiyamah it is written at the, how close the husband is with the wife, how close the wife is with the husband, how close we are sometimes, parents and with our siblings. But at the day of Qiyamah, husband will be asking to wife, can you please just give me one good deed? My one good deed is less, and I cannot enter in Jannah because of that one good deed. And wife will say, no, 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 I cannot, because you know everyone is responsible. Might be I would be needed that one good deed, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala send me in Jahannam because of that one good deed, which is lesser in my account. So husband will not be helping wife, wife will not be helping husband, parents will not be helping kids, and children will not be helping their parents for exchanging their good deeds. So who cares about what friends are saying, what neighbors are saying, what you know what how we are appearing ourselves on social media? Nobody will come when you will close your eyes and you will be in grave or at the day of Qiyamah. So open the eyes of Noor in your heart and try to see beyond this life. Once you start feeling, yes, there is some life which is far beyond this. One time one Sahabi asked Nabi Muhammad sallallahu, no, not the Sahabi, some pious person, I guess. One time he asked, how much belief you have in on your death? How much belief, like that I will die, and I will be in grave and Qiyamah will come? You know why he replied? He said, when the person said, how can you explain this? So the person replied, if I pray my Zohar prayers, I have no idea, like this much I'm not sure that I might able to get time to pray my Asr, or in between I will die. This much my concept about that. You know what next person replied? The second person who asked this question, he replied, oh, you are a brave man. Like, at least you feel like from Zohar till Asr might be I will alive. When I am reading namaz, and when I am just finishing my namaz, and when I say assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to my right shoulder, I am not sure that I can move my head toward my left side, and I can say assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to finish my salah. Like, I am not sure in between the two salam that I can move my head towards from right to left. This much my iman is on the death, that it will come in second, it will not give you a single chance. Okay, so these are the lessons for all of us, that even though Nuh alayhi salam's son or Nuh alayhi salam wife, they were not ready to submit themselves to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then their hashar will be in Qiyamah. And what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, 1 minute, Anisa, join your class. Okay. What Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that ma'wahum jahannam, the place Jahannam is wabi'asal masir, a very bad place, very very bad place. Okay, so let's just start from here. كانتا تحت عبدين
كانتا تحت عبدين
من عبادنا
من
صالحين صالحين
صالحين
فخانتاهما
فخانتاهما
فلم يغني عنهما
فلم يغنيا عنهما
من الله شيئا
من
الله شيئا
وقيل ادخلا النار
وقيل ادخلا النار
مع الداخلين.
مع الداخلين.
Okay, so this was one example, and what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, that قيل ادخل النار, they will go in hellfire. Nar means fire. Okay, مع الداخلين, and they will enter in the hellfire. Okay, so for the example of Nuh alayhi salam wife and Lut alayhi salam wife. So the Surah Tehreem last part is explaining two bad examples and two good examples. Okay, وَضَرَبَ اللَّهُ مَثَلًا لِلَّذِينَ, example of now two good people. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. وَضَرَبَ اللَّهُ
الله
مثلا للذين آمنوا
مثل الذين آمنوا
Here you read Daraballahu mathalil ladina kafaru. The one I'm giving you example of the one who did kufr, who deny. And now here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala repeating the same word Daraballahu mathalil ladina, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is using word amanu, the one who bring iman, the one who have iman. Okay. Amanum ra'ata
آمنوا امرأة
fir'auna
فرعون
wa إذ قالت رب ابن لي
إذ قالت رب ابن لي
عندك
عندك
بيتا في الجنة
بيتا في
أو
الجنة
ونجني من فرعون
ونجني
من
من
فرعون
فرعون
وعمله
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 ونجني من القوم الظالمين.
ونجني من القوم الظالمين.
Okay, so first, okay, listen this very, very carefully. Okay, first of all, this is a dua. Rabbi ibni li indaka baytan fil jannah. Okay, mark this in your Quran. Write somewhere. Okay, Rabbi ibni li, oh my Lord. Indaka, give me from your side. Baytan, house. Fil jannah, in jannat. Okay, fi in jannah, jannat. Okay, this is a dua. Which, who asked this dua? This dua is asked by the wife of Firon. Amrata Firaun. Allah is not using the name of Firaun wife. The name was Asiya. Asiya alayhi salam. Okay. So Allah is not using in Quran, Alhamdulillah, just because of due respect, just because of respect. Allah never used the name of the name of the wife, rather than using the woman and lady's name. Allah referred them with the husband's name. Okay. So this is also something whenever you are using the name. So try to refer with the child's name or the husband's name. Okay. So this is one thing. The second is, this is dua. Rabbi ibni li indaka baytan fil jannah. Oh Allah, give me from your side the house in paradise, the house in Jannah. Okay. So this dua you can read anytime, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you a house in Jannah. Okay. The person who recite this dua more often, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will must give the house in Jannah. Number one. Number two, this dua you can also read when you go somewhere to someone's house and you feel like, oh, my house is, this house is more beautiful than mine, or I have a smaller house, this one is this one is biggest, or you are very much impressed. Okay, so sometimes some people start feeling jealous, some people start feeling a kind of different kind of bad emotions start coming, rather than feeling happy from inside. From outside they show like we are happy, but from inside they feel a little complex, or sometimes jealous, sometimes bad feelings start coming. So what is the best thing? Whenever you feel the people status is higher than yours, always make dua. Rabbi ibni li indaka baytan fil jannah. Memorize this dua whenever you see a beautiful house, whenever you go somewhere and you feel, okay, this is more better than this, and you inside your heart this kind of feeling start coming, okay, why I shouldn't have this kind of house, why I couldn't have this, why Allah didn't make me, give me this ability that I can, like we are living in a worldly life, right? We always feel, we sometimes impressed when we see other people, good things, right? So write this dua somewhere, memorize it, a very very small dua, make it a habit to recite in your salah, or in Ramadan, or whenever you feel that something is more better than mine and I want this. Okay. Rabbi ibni li indaka baytan fil jannah. And what was the sunnah of Zakaria alayhi salam? Zakaria alayhi salam, when seeing Maryam alayhi salam was in the mihrab, and she was having. I will explain the detail in that, but when he saw Zakaria alayhi salatu wasalam, when he saw Maryam alayhi salam was having food, and he asked Maryam, how did you get that? And she said, this is from Indallah, this is from Allah. So at the same time, he didn't feel, he was a prophet. He didn't feel like, oh, why Maryam is having this. Sometimes, the shaitan put these kind of things in our heart, right? So rather than saying this, at the same spot, Zakaria alayhi salam said, oh Allah, I don't have child. Can you please give me a child? And I want a baby. Okay, so because that wish was inside the heart of Zakaria alayhi salam, and Zakaria alayhi salam, when he saw Maryam alayhi salatu wasalam, he said, when Allah can give her rizq, even though she didn't go anywhere outside and Allah is providing rizq, why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala cannot give a son to me, right? So at the same spot, he made dua. So whenever you feel jealous, whenever you feel, because we are human, right? It could happen. That's why I'm using this word, okay? Or you feel complex, or you feel, any kind of, bad feeling inside you. At the same time, make dua. So when you make dua, basically you are trying to surrender yourself in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that, oh Allah, it's not in my, I'm not able to afford that, but why not, you can give me. And if your plan is not giving me in dunya, then give me in Jannah. And Jannah life is, we all know, forever. Okay, this is the first lesson. Okay, the second lesson is Firon wife, Asiya alayhi salam. She was living in a palace, right? We all know that when Musa alayhi salam, he saw Musa alayhi salam, he convinced Firon, okay, I want to keep that child, and then they raised the child. She was living in the palace. Firon was a very, we all know, very, very bad person. We all know how he ended, okay? And till now his body is still, the sign of ibrat, okay? The people see the body, and people realize, oh, how he spent his life, and how bad he did. And he was a very cruel king. And other than king, he always say, ana rabbukumul ala, I am the Lord. He believed that I am the Lord. He believed Allah is not there, and he always believed Allah, I am the Lord. And whenever anyone deny, what kind of punishment he gave. Sometimes he kills the babies. We all know at the time of Musa alayhi salam, he decide that kill all the boys, because someone tell the destiny that one day a child will born who will finish your kingdom one day. So what he decide, okay, kill all the children who born. So people say, then who will be our slave if we will kill all the boys? So he said, okay, 1 year leave, and 1 year kill all the babies. So 1 year they leave, and 1 year they were killing. So 1 year Harun alayhi salam, the brother of Musa alayhi salam, he born. But that was a year they were not killing the babies. And the next year Musa alayhi salam born. And if you feel like how many babies he was responsible to kill, and when he gave punish, his punish was very, very weird. One time his punish was, okay, pull the leg from one side and hand from another side, okay, like opposite. Okay, one, it's written in a Quran. Sometimes he give this kind of punishment, that pull the leg, one leg, right leg, and left arm, and pull in a way that it become apart. This kind of punishment he was giving to the people. One time what happened, he gave a punishment, a lady, he accept Islam, and she has two daughter, and a very, very young two daughters with her. And Firon, when he came to know like she accepted Islam, Firon asked, okay, just deny, like I am leaving Islam. The lady said, no, Firon, whatever punishment you will give to me, I will not say that I am leaving Islam. Even though I am ready to accept Shahada, but I will not say. So Firon realized that the fear of death is not in the heart of that lady. So you know what trick he played? He said, okay, you have two daughters in front of me. I will bring a big, you know, wok, kadhai, and he ordered to burn the oil, and they burned oil in that. And when it was burning hot, he said, if you will say I'm leaving Islam, I will not throw your baby in the oil, in the burning oil. If you will say I am leaving Islam, I will not let her in, I will not throw her. She said, no, I will not say that I am leaving Islam. And he threw in front of the eyes of that woman, he threw one baby. Then he asked again, are you ready to say that I am leaving Islam? She said no. He, then put the second baby inside the oil, and the oil was this much burning hot. As soon he he ordered to throw the baby inside the oil, the bones and the meat, they become separate. This much oil was burning. And then he put then last time he asked the lady, and the both girls died in front of her. The last, when he asked the lady, are you ready to leave Islam? She said no. Then in the end, he put the lady inside inside that oil. This much Firon was cruel. And at the time when Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam going on Miraj, when he was going with Jibreel alayhi salam, so at one place it was, a very sweet and good smell was coming. So Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam asked Jibreel alayhi salam, what kind of smell is this? And Jibreel alayhi salam replied, tell the whole story to Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And Jibreel alayhi salam said, this is a place they bury the two little girls, and the bones, the remaining whatever the leftover, they bury here the woman and the two girls. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give them this reward till Qiyamah. The mud will give the good fragrance from here where they are buried. So Asiya alayhi salam, the wife of Firon, she was watching all of this and she embraced Islam. Firon didn't know. Now look all the scenario in your mind, what was happening in the palace, what kind of punishment he was giving, what kind of bad behavior he was showing to other. And he wasn't know the wife of my own wife, she accepted Islam. When she came to know that my wife, she accepted Islam, so he you can imagine how how he was behaving at that time. He was mad. And then he called Asiya alayhi salam in front of the entire whole, the palace where he was sitting, and giving his orders in front of everyone. And then he started giving punishment to Asiya alayhi salam. She he ordered to lay down. She was the guard put her down on the floor. I think they removed the dress. They nailed her on the floor. Then Fir'aun ordered to remove the skin of Asiya alayhi salam. So sh- she was crying, right? And Pharaoh was asking, I will leave you if you will say that I am leaving Islam. You are my wife. I just don't want to give any kind of punishment to you, but you have to say like I'm leaving Islam. And she said, no, I'm not leaving Islam. They removed the skin of Asiya alayhi salam in front of the entire whole people. And then he bring the chilies. They put on Asiya alayhi salam, because the skin was not there, right? So for giving her more punishment, and because he want to listen, like because of this punishment, she will say like I am leaving Islam. At that time when she was in too much pain, at that time she said, is qalat rabbi ibni li indaka baytan fil jannah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala quoted the word of Asiya alayhi salam in Quran, is qalat rabbi ibni li indaka baytan fil jannah, because she was in so pain that time in front of everyone. He was doing, she was queen, right? And she was bearing this kind of pain. She shouted loudly, "O Allah, like I don't want to live in this palace with this man, right? I want you. I embrace Islam. I now there is no point living in this palace. Now there is no point living with this kind of person, right? So what she said, I don't want this palace. Rabb ibni li indaka baytan fil Jannah. Oh Allah, what I ask from you, I ask from you the house in Jannah, because this palace is useless for me and I am not living forever here. And then, when she was in so much pain, which was unbearable, she added, وَنَجِّنِي مِنْ فِرْعَوْنَ, give me freedom from Firaun, وَعَمَلِهِ, وَنَجِّنِي, whatever amal, whatever action he is doing, وَنَجِّنِي, and keep me, get rid out, get me, out from it, min al qawmi zalimin, and all the nation who are doing this zulm, this uncruel things with her. So she made this dua at that time when when she was in great pain. So Quran, explain us so many things if we learn, if we understand, if we listen day by day, a small thing. So you will feel like Islam is not just in your hand nowadays. It was not easy. People you know suffer so many things, and they we are spending a very easy life. When Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when people went to Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and people say, after embracing Islam, they are giving so many different kind of tortures and these kind of things. So why not you say something so we can fight against them, or we can do something, or what is the what we can do. And what Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam replied to them: patience, because Allah is testing you. And do you think like Jannah is very easy? No, Allah will test you in different ways, and then Allah will give you Jannah. So feel like how easy our life is. We are just reading Quran, we are asking to read Salah, we are asking to do some good deeds, and this we feel hard. If you compare your life with the with the people who spend this kind of life, like the life of Firon's wife, and so many other. So where you will stand at the day of Qiyamah by giving this kind of excuses? I was playing on PS4, I was watching movie, I didn't get time to pray, I was lazy in my prayers, I was doing this and that. And when they were giving their reasons, and the reasons will be very, very, very solid, you will feel so ashamed that how I will present my reason in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. My life was very easy, and Allah was only asking me to surrender and to submit and follow. And what kind of excuse I'm giving to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? What kind of rosa I was keeping? What kind of namaz I perform? Sometimes, what Allah is asking, when you are reading, when you are standing in front of me in salah, whatever you are reading from your mouth, your mind should be towards me, your heart should be towards me. But we all know what kind of khushu and kuzu, what kind of salah we read. Khushu and kuzu is all gone, right? When we read our salah, even though at that time we are not focused, brain is thinking something else, heart is thinking something else, mouth is reading something else. Okay, so inshallah, spend a conscious life when you read Quran, and when you day by day try to understand what Allah is explaining in this Quran, what are the stories behind, what kind of torture they suffer, what kind of lesson, why Allah is quoting this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, like the Asiya alayhi salam sacrificed this much, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala quoted this in Quran, just for a lesson to you, for you and for me, for all of us who can understand and who can grab the lesson from this, and to understand this life is not this much easy that we can give excuses. We were in university, I didn't get time to connect myself with Deen, to connect myself with my Quran class. I have so much homeworks and assignments and this and that, and these excuses will be so lame at the day of Qiyamah, inshallah. So inshallah, spend a life which is balanced. Spend a life that your excuse have some meaning, like excuse when you present in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you will not feel ashamed or guilty, like, okay, see what other are giving, what other are saying and what I am saying. Okay, so this was the story of, I just make it very very short, okay, but this is a very very very, when you listen, you most of the time cry, like when you hear these kind of stories in Quran. Second is about Maryam alayhi salatu salam. Inshallah, I will tell Maryam alayhi salatu salam story some other time. Okay, it's also a very the story which is I will tell you from the beginning till end. Inshallah, what happened, how she born, how what happened when Isa alayhi salam born, inshallah. Okay, so this is enough because I just want to give a little drop in your heart and in your brain, so inshallah you can feel a little essence of Quran, what Quran is explaining to us other than just reading. Okay, so let's continue from here. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Wa daraba Allahu
وضرب الله
الله
مثلا للذين
مثلا للذين
مثلا للذين
آمنوا امرأة
آمنوا
آمنوا
وعملوا
فرعون
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 إذ قالت رب ابن لي
إذ
إذ
قالت رب
قالت
ابن
رب
لي
قال رب ابنه
عندك
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 بيتا في الجنة
بيتا في الجنة
ونجني
ونجني
من فرعون
من
من فرعون
وعمله
وعمله
ونجني
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 من القوم الظالمين.
من القوم
قوم
الظالمين.
الظالمين.
When you will understand what Quran is explaining to you and you will read these kind of stories in Quran, it always give you a goosebump, like you will feel it from the bottom of your heart what you are reading and what every single word is explaining. That's why people life entirely change, because when they listen, they understand and they compare, because Quran is a mirror. Don't ever look when you are reading the ayah, when you are understanding the ayah of Quran, to compare with others. Sometimes what happen, people listen and they start looking those things in other. And what is the message of Quran? The message of Quran is, this is a mirror. Whatever you are reading, first look for yourself where I stand. And if you are a student of Quran and you are not thinking where I stand, that means no point reading Quran. Okay? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. ومريم ابنة
ومريم ابنة
عمران التي
عمران التي
أحصنت
أحصنت
فرجها
فرجها
فنفخنا
فنفخنا
فيه من روحنا
فيه من
فيه من
روحنا
روحنا
وصدقت
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 بكلمات ربها
بكلمات
بكلمات
ربها
ربها
وكتبه
وكتبه
وكانت من القانتين.
وكانت
وكانت من
القانتين.
القانتين.
Okay, so those are those stories of two ladies, Asiya, the Firon's wife, and the Maryam alayhi salatu wasalam, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying they both were qaniteen. They surrendered themselves for the for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Qaniteen means qanat. Okay. So inshallah practice this, and inshallah we will talk about Maryam alayhi salatu wasalam might be on Monday or some other day, because her story will come here and there so many times, but the wife of Firon dua and the story is only here. Okay, that's why I explained this, inshallah. So inshallah, just whatever you are reading, try to listen, try to feel it, compare yourself, how you are spending your life, where you stand, what Islam is asking to us. When you will feel, inshallah, these kind of things, when you add these questions to yourself, inshallah, one day you will feel the essence of Quran. One day you will feel, yeah, I am proud like I am a Muslim. I am blessed I am a Muslim, inshallah. Otherwise, what will happen if you feel a disconnection day by day, day by day, day by day? You will finish Quran. You will read entire whole Quran in Ramadan, entire whole life, but you don't know what you are reading. There is no point reading in that way, okay? And then it will not give you any kind of change. Quran means it brings change in a person, okay? It brings change in the life of a Muslim, okay? It connect, more and more toward the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you are feeling it, that yes, day by day I'm feeling more love toward Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it is making me more easy to leave guna. I have a fear in my heart, so it make me stop when I am thinking anything, any bad thing, or involve myself in any kind of guna. Then that means the purpose is done. That means, alhamdulillah, you are getting something from Quran. Okay. So inshallah, we will keep the class till here. Let's read dua. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi.
Subhanallah
Subhanallah wa bihamdihi.
Subhanallah wa bihamdihi.
Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika.
Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika.
Nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta.
Nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta.
Nastaghfiruka
Nastaghfiruka
wa natubu ilaik.
wa natubu ilayk.
Subhana rabbika
Subhana rabbika
rabbil izzati
rabbil izzati
amma yasifun.
amma yasifun.
Wa salamun alal mursaleen.
Wa salamun
Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum
Wa alaikum
assalam wa
assalam wa
rahmatullahi wa
rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
barakatuh. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Allah Hafiz.